All right, well, welcome to day number 5. This is the fun part. This is making those calls. Well, I know for some of you, you might be thinking, that's not fun, Wendy. Well, it is fun when you get yeses. And when you know what to say and how to say it, and you get more yeses, all of a sudden then you're like, wow, that's not hard. That is so easy. Thank you for helping me know exactly what to say. So the script we went through yesterday, so I'm not going to go through it again today, but I am going to show you how I make calls. Now, some people are going to say no, and some people are going to say yes. And so our goal today is just to get them to say yes, and then we'll talk about setting the appointment tomorrow in day number 6. So I'm going to just start dialing the number. Here's some phones. What I did and how I do it is first, of course, I go through my computer, I pull up Craigslist, and then I start finding my area that I'm interested in. And I will find the ones that are privately owned that have a phone number so I can pick up the phone. Sometimes if you don't want to actually pick up the phone, you can send an email and say, is there any chance that you're willing to sell the home to? You can do that. It's not nearly as effective. I get much less response when I do that. And by the way, with Craigslist too, if you send the same response to a lot of people, Craigslist will actually block your response. And most of the people won't even get your email, and you won't even know it. They don't warn you and say, oh, by the way, you've sent too many of these, we're cutting you off. You just won't, they just won't get delivered. So again, you can do that. Just do it in moderation per day. Don't do too many in a day, like maybe 5 a day or something if you're going to do that. And I do use emails if there is not a phone number attached. But so let me go through. I pulled up some numbers so that I could just make these calls real quick. And I am going to put them on speaker so that you get to hear, okay? And if they do say their address or their phone number or any specific personal details, that will be blocked out of the final video. So you might hear a little bleep or a little something over that, okay? This one is a very expensive one. It is $2,000 a month. Might seem very high to you. It's high to me in my area too. But what that indicates is more likely going to be an owner who wants to sell the property versus just a landlord. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be an expensive rental property. But if I can get it for $1,500 and rent it to somebody else for $2,000, bingo, that's $500 a month cash flow.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Wendy. I was calling about your home for rent on Craigslist.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about it. And I don't have the ad in front of me. I'm sorry right now. I just have your number. I wrote it down, so I can't remember the details.
Yeah, it's, are you familiar with Kego Harbor area?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay. It's basically blocked from the water. It's a new construction home.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's,
Yep.
it's a brand new home that I built, and I just put, I don't want to sell it in this market because I'm losing way too much money
Okay.
to sell it. So it's a brand new construction, never been lived in. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, pretty much hardwood floors throughout the house. 2-car garage, West Bloomfield School District in Kego.
Okay. So no one's ever lived in it then yet?
Nope. Brand
Okay.
new appliances, everything's brand new in the house.
Okay. About how many square feet is it?
2,000 square foot.
Okay. And how many bedrooms is it?
4.
4 bedrooms? Okay. 2.5 baths?
Yes.
Okay.
And the 2 full baths have 2 sinks in them each.
Okay. And then how about any other feature? Like you said, hardwood floors. How about the kitchen? Any granite?
Yeah, it's granite counters. It's like I said, it's a premium built house. I just can't sell in this market right now. So yeah, it's granite countertops,
Okay.
top of line wood cabinets in there. It's really is a very, very nice house.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Is there is there any chance that you would sell it? Like maybe do some kind of a lease option or something on it?
Yeah, I would definitely consider that.
Okay.
If you want to see more pictures of it, if you go to any place in like Google or, you know,
Okay.
because I did have it advertised,
Yeah.
mail. So
Okay.
you'll see it on Trulia, you'll see it on, Realtor.com, Trulia, all the different websites because the real estate agents just take it off of those.
Okay. How much was it listed for?
215.
215.
Yes.
Okay. Is the rent negotiable at all?
It's, I kind of need to get that out of the house right now, what I owe and everything else. But it all depends. I mean,
Okay.
if you were looking at doing a lease to own, maybe work something out. Otherwise, I'm taking a pretty big hit and taking new construction. I've been
Right.
renting it for a couple of years, a year or two, whatever.
Right.
So, but definitely, I would suggest you'll get a lot more pictures by going on, by typing in the address.
Okay. Yep.
All the pictures of the real estate company. I mean, I think they had like 18 pictures or something like that.
Excellent. Okay. And is it easy to get it? I mean, do I call you then if I want to see the inside?
Absolutely. Call me.
Okay.
'Cause I took it off the listing. They just still have it on there, but
Okay.
I don't have to list it with the real estate agent any longer.
Okay. How about a land contract? Are you open to doing that?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
definitely something that I consider.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I'm going to check it out and look a little bit more, and then I may give you a call back. And your name's Jeff, right?
Right.
Okay. Excellent. I'm Wendy, and I appreciate talking to you.
All right. Thank you, Wendy.
Thanks, Jeff. Have a great night. Bye-bye. I should have realized in the beginning, I had written down his name as Jeff because it was in the ad. Always call the person for their name. Hi, is this Jeff? And I didn't do that because I had my notes down here and was recording for you, but I would always try to use their name. So I tried to use it a few times at the end there to build some rapport. Now, is this guy motivated? Yeah, he's pretty motivated. He's probably more motivated than he's letting on because he is a builder and it hasn't sold. New construction's not selling very well right now because it's competing with all the bank-owned and short sale properties. So, and my market's down more than most parts of the country are. And he's somewhere around 215, the 2,000 a month. Probably is not a bad rental rate right now in my market. Anything that's nice is renting very quickly. Anything from even 1,500 to 2,000 a month is renting very quickly if it's nice and clean. And it sounds like this is beautiful with all new construction. So what do you do with this thing? Well, possibly you can do something like do seller financing, which is what I was exploring with him. Now, the average homeowner, by the way, I wouldn't necessarily use those words of, hey, would you do a land contract? Instead, I might say something like, would you be able to finance this for me? Or would you be able to, have me make payments to you instead of the bank? Or something to that effect. More layman terms if it's to an average homeowner. But this guy's a builder. He's professional. So that's why I went ahead and asked it straight out. And it looks like he can. So here's an example. Let's say you buy that from him for $215 or 200, whatever, okay? But I get an interest rate of 5% even. Well, 5% of two, let's just do five. I'm going to give you some numbers, and if you're following along with the calculator, you can get an idea on this. But say 5% of $200,000 is 10 grand a year interest, okay? So for me to get that deal at 200 with 5% interest, that's $10,000 a year in interest. Now, what we call, one of the techniques that we use, or that you can use as an investor, is what we call a wrap mortgage, where I get that, say, for 5%, but I find someone who's willing to pay me 7%. So 7% of, even if I sold to my buyer for the same amount of money, 7% of 200 grand is $14,000. So I would be, in effect, earning $4,000 a year just in interest. I'm not a landlord. I don't have a tenant. I have a buyer who's paying me payments and I'm paying the seller. And I take the difference. That's what we call a wrap. Now, normally on a wrap too, I might not sell for 200. I might sell for 225 at 7%. So I'm making money on the spread and the interest spread, the price spread and the interest spread. So that's one of those techniques that is a really fun one to put together. Now let's look at, let me call another one for you. This one is $2,100 per month. And I don't always go that high, but in this particular example, I just went ahead and did that. Let's see. And now, if someone wasn't home, I'm not going to do this for you on the tape. I would leave my name and number. I'd say, hi, my name's Wendy. Could you give me a call back at blah, 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 blah. I was calling about your home for rent. But, because you want them to call you back. But I don't tell them anything else. I just say, call me back. Because I want them to call me. And this guy's name is Mike. Hopefully I've picked a good time to reach people. Typically evenings is best to reach people, especially if you can tell it's a cell phone number. Weekends, Sundays.
Well, you bring the voicemail of Mike Morgan.
Okay, so Mike is not home right now. Normally I would say, I'll leave my message and say, hi, my name's Wendy. It's calling about your home for sale or for rent. Here's another one, same kind of area. I don't have the name. This one's $2,150. And there's another one that's a couple, so try to reach a few people. Some will say, absolutely not. We don't want to sell.
Thank you for calling the Texas Group. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like it's a real estate agent, even though it wasn't listed as a real estate agent lead. But that's okay. And by the way, if you do get a real estate agent, talk to them the same. Say, hey, I'm looking for, some deals I can do seller financing with. Do you have any out there? See what they've got. Maybe they do have some.
Hello, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
Hi, Scott. My name is Wendy. How are you today?
I'm just fine, Wendy. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing excellent. I was calling you about your home for rent in Craigslist.
How can I help you?
Well, I wondered if you could tell me a little bit about it, more about it. I don't have the listing in front of me. I wrote down your name and number, and I think how much it was per month. Is it $15.50 a month?
$15.50. We're looking at Craigslist.
Yeah.
Yep. Then let me tell you a little bit about it.
Okay.
It is on Cedar Island Lake. Are you familiar with the lake at all?
I'm not too much.
No.
Not
It's
too.
an absolutely wonderful lake. When we bought that house, we picked lakes first.
Okay.
It's on the Huron Valley River system. It stays clean all the time. They control the water levels, so when other lakes are flooded or losing all their water, ours stays pretty consistent.
Very cool. Okay.
The house itself is 2,100 square feet.
Okay.
There's 1,200 upstairs and about 900 downstairs. It's 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
The downstairs is furnished, or is finished.
Okay. You mean, is there a basement?
There is a basement, yep.
Okay. And
That's what I meant by downstairs.
okay. It's a walkout?
It's a walkout, yep, down to the water.
Okay. And is that part of the 2,100 square feet?
It is part of it, yep.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
21 total.
Okay.
It is 2 full baths. Has beautiful hardwood flooring upstairs, and fully carpeted downstairs.
Okay.
Has a nice little, we use the downstairs as kind of like our gathering room. There's a pretty big space down there, and it's got a nice little wet bar with a mini fridge and all that. So
Okay. Does it have a garage?
it does have a garage, a 2-car garage. Yep,
Okay. Is that attached or detached?
it is attached.
Okay. And well, how old is the home, or when was it built?
It was built in the late 50s.
Okay. So it was like originally a cottage type thing on a lake, and then.
No, actually, they built it as a ranch.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, one of the neighbors actually that lives just down the road built 5 or 6 of the homes right along there.
Okay.
And so when he built them as homes.
Okay. What school system is it?
It is Huron Valley.
Okay. And let's see, what else anything, how about what side of the lake is it on? Is it sunset, sunview, or sunrise?
Okay, well, it's
Or
actually
northern?
on a canal.
Okay. Okay.
So it's waterfront, not lakefront. But it's just, that honestly makes for such quiet time down by the water. It's really kind of nice. and it's right across from a horse farm.
Okay.
They unfortunately don't have horses anymore, but it's just the area is just really kind of quiet, secluded. And do you have dogs?
I have a small dog. Yeah.
I have a small dog because there's 400 acres right across Oxbow Lake Road,
Okay.
where everybody just goes and walks their dogs, and it's wonderful.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on that lake. So how many acres is that lake?
It's 150 acres.
Okay. Excellent. And so it's all sports, isn't it?
It is all sports. Yep.
Is it private or public
You know,
lake?
it's not private, but the boat launch only has room for 3 boat slips.
Oh, okay.
The DNR doesn't man it. They just, people come, and when those 3 slips are full, people can't park their boats, so they have to go to a different lake.
Okay. Excellent. So,
There's no place to park their cars, so we consider it semi-private.
yeah, right. It's not totally overcrowded anyways. So,
No,
Scott,
it's not. In all honesty, even with the exception of a couple weeks around the 4th of July, it rarely is very busy.
okay.
So,
That makes it very nice. Yeah.
mhm.
So Scott, when is it available?
It's currently available.
Oh, it is. Okay. And it sounds like it's a pretty nice home. Is there any chance you'd consider selling it?
At this point, it's certainly a talking point. We haven't really considered it, but you're not the first person to ask, so it's one of those things that we'll have to start
Okay.
considering.
Well, actually, I'm looking for something more that I could do a lease option on or rent to own on. So,
Okay.
so that's something that maybe I could buy down the road. Is that
Okay. Well, the difficulty with a lot of the homes, and ours is in the same situation, because the reason we're renting it instead of selling it is we owe more than the current value.
okay?
That does make it a little more difficult for us, but there's always the opportunity to meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good. So you used to live in it though, right?
We did 10 years.
Oh, okay. And did you just move?
We just moved about a month and a half ago. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are you still on the same lake? Or
Still on the lake.
Okay. You found another deal, didn't you?
You know, we did. So,
Yeah.
and this one just kind of popped up.
Excellent. Okay, well, good. So if I wanted to see the inside, should I just give you a call and set that up directly with you?
That would be absolutely fine.
Okay, excellent. I really appreciate it. You have a great day.
All right.
Thanks. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that is an example of a seller who's not really that motivated. And you can tell why. Because he's like, yeah, we'd consider it, but he's not like, yeah, we want to sell it. Although he did say, maybe we can meet in the middle. And here's the thing, is it just kind of depends on how long it takes him to sell or to rent that property. If it takes a while because he's not marketing it properly, he's not a professional landlord, then there might be a deal or a bargain there. As time goes on, motivation increases. So the longer a seller has a property for lease or for sale and it doesn't sell or lease, their motivation goes up. And when their motivation goes up, the deal gets better for you. So tomorrow we are going to talk more about, setting the appointment, these 2 of them that said yes, and what do we do with them? How do we get back and get into their house, and what do we say when we're there, and how do we close this deal? So I'll see you tomorrow.